Ringing up Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, hello, Mr. Smith. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself a message, looking to engage with you. Today is Saturday, the 11th of November, 2023, and the time is around about 5 minutes past 1. I'm continuing to leave yourself daily messages asking you to engage with me, so I know what is happening with this case. I mean, it's quite evident to me that you don't need to engage with me. You don't need to do anything. It's just a paper exercise. What you've done is, rather than dealing with justice and evidence, all you need to do is just follow the council's instructions. They're gonna give you money. They're giving you instructions not to speak to me. They've already bought off the judges and the courts and the tribunals. Hence why you anything that you're doing is simply being, any failures on your part simply being disregarded. It's just a contrivance and a fraud and a facade and a deception and a corruption and a kangaroo court that's being set up in order to target and victimize me directly. Me and the local authority have a long history together, and as a result of which they are now utilizing this court process by weaponizing it, utilizing yourselves to weaponize things and looking to railroad something through in order to achieve an objective. Quite clearly, your case was completely meritless and lacked any kind of credibility. It should have been struck out from the very first offset. But because the judges have been bought off, this has been wrangling on now for nearly over a year now. It's because me and my brother are being targeted. My brother's been removed from the premises, as you know. So you've already achieved 50% of the case by removing one of the parties. You're now looking to remove the second party, and then you win the case by default. And that's how you like to play things, innit? You like to win things by default by cheating and manipulating, and rather than coming to the courts and dealing with the evidence, dealing with the complete process. You don't. This is just clearly a fraud, and you know it, and I know it. Why would you choose not to engage with me? I've lost substantial amount of money as a result of what's been happening here. Your client has clearly benefited from myself and my family situation, and it's just simply inconceivable why the housing association would refuse to speak to me, front me with their solicitor, namely yourself, and then you would refuse to speak to me too, and say, no, we're going to go to the courts now, and the judges are going to deal with the situation. And the judges have been clearly, both the district judges and the circuit judges have already been bought off. The district judges to whitewash the case, and the circuit judges to whitewash any appeal process, so you win by default. This is all fraudulent, all deceptive, all corruptive. You know it, I know it. It's that's hence why you're refusing to engage with me. Every single day that goes by is a day that I'm suffering as a consequence. Every single day that goes by is my brother's suffering as a consequence. This is clear suffering, and prejudicial and racist and Islamophobic and xenophobic. All you people are colluding and conspiring to target and victimize me because I was looking to expose fraud and corruption on the part of the local authority, and more importantly, the level incompetencies is just staggering. The level of incompetence of all the professionals involved who can't do their jobs properly. I'm highlighting this, and you're all colluding and conspiring to target me. And now when I'm recording this as a citizen journalist, which I have a right to do, and publicize, you are then coming along and then being sly and cunning and removing my videos from YouTube. What do you think is going to happen? I'll just republish them somewhere else. I'm being courteous to you to tell you the fact that I'm recording you. What have you got to... there's a saying, if you're not doing something wrong, you've got nothing to hide, have you? So if you're not doing something wrong, Mr. Smith, you've got nothing to hide. Why are you hiding behind the corporate veil, refusing to speak to me? That conduct there, right there, that conduct there, Mr. Smith, is clearly indicative of your underlying guilt and crimes. That's why you're refusing to speak to me. Speak to me. Come on, let's talk. Let's deal with this like men, rather than being cowardice and going to the courts.
Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
That's how cowards work, isn't it? They run around behind the corporates, run around hiding and behind and shouting out things and go hiding behind the corporate veil. Come on, speak to me. What's wrong? This is our house. You're trying to make us homeless for what purpose? So you've previously murdered our mother. You've exploited our finances. It's just ridiculous when they're like, I'm having to deal with a brick wall, not speaking to us, but abuse of position of power. This is truly neglectful and despicable.